Hey, YouTube. Well, I know some of y'all gonna call me messy, nosy, and all this kind of stuff. So be prepared to get mad. I want to ask a question. Okay, here's the question: Is Donnie McClurkin married? Okay, now many of you are going to say that Queen being messy. They're going to say, "Oh, that's not your business." They're going to say, "Oh, no, it is my business because he went." He brought it into the public in August of last year. First, he announced that he was in search of a wife, right? Donnie McClurkin decided, I think he was 56 then, he decided that he is tired of being alone and he wants to share his life with someone. And then a few weeks later, he announced that he went to the Stellars with Nicole Mullen. And then shortly after that, they announced that, mistakenly, that someone announced on TVN, or the interview went wrong or whatever, that he was engaged. And so then he came on when the words. Now this is all in the public now, so don't be saying that I'm just messy. I'm in somebody else's business. These are all public statements that he has put out to divert attention from question mark. Let me tell you something, people. When I was 17 years old, right, the heat was, I lived in Indianapolis, Indiana. Okay, I was a virgin, pretty much. I might have touched somebody one time, but I was pretty much a virgin. But people were starting to get a little suspicious, particularly around my house with my mother and family members. So my best friend, who was a straight guy, he had this sister. I didn't know the sister well, but I know her enough to ask this. I said, listen, would you be willing to come over to my house and pretend that we're going out on a date? That you like me or I like you or something, right? All to throw off the scent. Okay, so now I had nothing to do with this girl. This was all a story. And this is what I'm afraid I might be confronted with now. Okay, it just feels weird to feel like you've been played. Okay, so he announced he's looking for a wife. Shortly after that, he announced that he has found this potential wife. He's taken her to the Stellar Awards. He's engaged, but not really, because that's the people jumped the gun, and the interview was misinterpreted on TBN. So they were not engaged, but they wanted to be engaged. Then he said, "Okay, we're not engaged." He made videos about that, so I'm not breaking in confidences. So then he said, well, we have to do the proper Christian counseling. Well, everybody said, well, that makes sense. He is a pastor, should do something. Shouldn't just jump into it, right? But now, here we are damn near a year later, and there's still no ring. There's still no formal engagement announced. Not only are they not married, they're not even engaged, apparently, because the story died after that. So it seems to me a lot like that situation I had when I was 17 years old. Throw off the scent. So my question is Donnie McClurkin heterosexual and getting married now? Is it just a publicity stunt? Is this a stunt? Now, all he would need is a good friend or someone who he can help in their career to pull it off. It doesn't look all that great to me. It seems like that was all, because it happened just bam, 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 story after story, after, all in the public eye. You know, all with individual videos made about it and all this kind of stuff. If they wanted to have just a private affair, a private relationship, why go public at all? Seems to me they wanted the public involved in it. He is the pastor of a church, perfecting faith in New York. I'm just curious. What about you guys? What do you think? Did Donnie McClurkin pull the wool over all our eyes and fake this engagement or this dating or whatever he classified it? Did he do that for to fit his own purposes? Or did he actually fall in love with a woman and was preparing to marry her? Although they still haven't. I mean, it's a long counsel. How long can you counsel? How much is there to talk about? 9 months? You're talking about it? Anyway, so let me know what you guys think. No, I don't have no I don't mind talking about McClurkin. You know how I feel about him. Well, people who follow me know how I feel about him. But I laid off for the sake of the woman because he has went out of his way to, be our enemy. But so that's neither here nor there. I'm just asking a question about marriage specifically. Did he become heterosexual and get married to this woman? And he's in love. Even if he got married, I would be suspicious. But if he didn't even get married, didn't even get engaged, what is the tea? If you wanted to tell us all about how you decided you want to date now and decided you want to be a wife and you decided you took some woman to the Stellars and then you decided, oh, this is the one, oh, we're madly in love, and then she makes a video, we're madly in love, and you say you're madly in love. Well, shouldn't all that be leading to something? Are you going to just leave us hanging? McClurkin, I think you need to do an update since you wanted the public relationship. Just the idea that it had to be public tells you something. But we're all curious. We've been listening to your mouth about your conversion, your deliverance for years. And so now just keep it real. Are you married? Are you engaged? You still boring the hell out of some counselor? What's going on? And you guys tell me what you think. I mean, is it messy to ask? Wasn't the whole thing kind of thrust on us? Should we know the outcome? Now, I'll say this. I know what's going to come next. They're going to say that Miss Mullen had some tragedies in her family, which probably delayed things. So I heard something about that. But people still get married. I don't know if they stopped the relationship. So I'm just asking a question. What do you guys think? Don't be calling me messy queen. If your comment is going to start off with you messy bitch or you messy queen, then I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna delete it. So don't start that way. Ease into it. Ease on in. Get nice, and then drop it on me. And I might let it pass. Okay. Is Donnie McClurkin heterosexual and marrying a woman? That is the question. Is there a ring? Is there an engagement? Has a date been set? What is the status on the relationship that was made public to us August of last year? All I'm doing is asking a question.